Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe before you leave, and if you're not, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Today I'm talking about my top favourite cleaning products right now. I feel like cleaning products obviously have taken an absolute turmoil in the industry. I feel like ever since Mrs. Hinch spoke so much about cleaning products, people are becoming so much more informed, as well as learning so much more about products, what they do, and the benefits of them, myself included. And so I wanted to run through my favourite products right now that I love using just everywhere in my house, things that have genuinely kind of changed my life in terms of the cleaning world. And I'm really excited because I feel like I've found products that have worked so well for me and my family, and hopefully these recommendations will help you too if you're looking to add new cleaning products to your collection. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the pink stuff. I feel like we all have learned so much about what the pink stuff can do recently, and I love this everywhere in my house. So whether that's on my oven, which is where I first discovered how amazing it really truly worked, to cleaning shoes, to cleaning radiators, cleaning rust. This stuff is just magic, and because it's 89p, this one is very well loved. I've used probably about half of the product, and I'll probably have to buy some more soon because I go through it so quickly, but it's so affordable and it's so good. There's just no excuse not to have this in your collection because it's just so good. So yeah, if you haven't tried this yet, which I'm sure most of you have, because unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably bought this just out of curiosity, like I did, and have found that it works amazingly, in so many ways. There's loads of YouTube videos where people talk more about the specific uses, and I can also do one if you'd be interested in that. But this is where my first recommendation sits. My next recommendation is definitely important if you have young children or have a partner that likes to play football, or you yourself just get lots of stains in your clothes. It's the Vanish Oxy Action. This is the liquid version. So this I really love for pre-treating stains before they go in the wash, as well as adding a capful. So there's quite a good indication here of a capful into my washing machine if I'm doing a load of whites that generally either need updating because they're looking a bit dull, or there's specific washing that is very stained and all kind of going in together. This has got out literally almost 99% of all the stains that we've had in our house, and considering I have a 15-month-old daughter, that is a real testament to this. I do also use the stain remover powder, the Astonish one, which is very cheap from B&M. I think it's £2.99 for a huge container. I've talked about it a lot in my previous B&M videos if you've watched those. I typically use those in every whitewash just to keep things non-stained, but if there's a genuine stain, this works whether you're doing a warm wash or a cold wash. It's so versatile, and as you can see, I'm going to have to get some more very soon. This isn't the cheapest stain remover, but it works, and obviously where you're spending money on stain remover, you're saving money on damaged clothes. And I just couldn't recommend this more. This is my favourite product that I have found, and I just genuinely think that I'm going to always have this in my cupboard until I'm old and grey, because this is just so good. Now this wouldn't be a cleaning video if I don't mention Zoflora. We all know that I'm a bit of a Zoflora addict, and I found my favourite, and I'm actually going to talk about just one because every time I do a B&M haul, I'm talking about all different smells and my favourite fragrances, and I typically pick up very similar scents, but I buy a truckload all the time. But my favourite one is Tropical Twist, and this I just feel smells like a fruity cocktail. It's so refreshing. The main notes are pineapple and, it probably says it here, coconut, pineapple and lemon, and that perfectly describes this. I love using this, and every time I use this all around my house, the smell stays so for a long time because it's such a strong smell. If you don't like fruity smells, you're not going to like this, but if you do, you are going to love this. I have been using this on my radiators ever since Christmas has come and gone. I've been using Tropical Twist ever since it was back in my B&M, and my radiators, whilst the heating's on and my house is warming up, this smell just fills my home, and it smells so gorgeous. It's my favourite one, and the only one I really want to try that I haven't yet is the lemon one because I feel like I'll love that. but pineapple is one of my favourite smells. My car at the moment smells like pineapple too because I've got the Jelly Belly pineapple smell in there, but this for my house is my actual favourite. So even though I love that Zoflora so much, I did want to give a special shout out to the Fabulosa. This is the pink grapefruit one. Now this smells exactly the same as the Zoflora pink grapefruit if you're unsure. What I particularly like about this one is not only the size for the money, this is so much cheaper than Zoflora for a bigger size, which is really good, but I specifically like using this for my kitchen sinks, my toilets, where the smell of Zoflora almost feels a bit wasted. Zoflora I like using on my radiators as a disinfectant, everywhere else in the house basically, in the bath, everywhere. But this I use specifically where I'm like pouring it down a plug or something, because even though it still makes the room smell really good, I feel like because it's that little bit cheaper, I feel like it's a bit easier to use this in those different areas where you're almost not reaping the benefits just as much. And they have these ones kind of everywhere now. I've seen them in so many places like B&M, Home Bargains, Poundland I think had them too. So yeah, I definitely recommend getting a Fabulosa, try it out. But because it's just ever so slightly cheaper than Zoflora, it just means that those jobs that just feels a bit wasteful means that I use this. Another purchase from B&M that has almost changed my life is the Scrub Buddy. So this is a minky dupe. You get a 3-pack I think for $1.99 or $1.49, I can't quite remember. So I bought these a while ago and this one is still unused. I'm currently on my second one because the first one I used to death. But I find that this works so well. I know people that have minkies in their home and to be honest, they feel very similar. I probably wouldn't spend full price on a minky just because I know these do the same job very well. I'm all about trying to save money where I can, and getting a multi-pack means I've always got a spare one in my cupboard. So when I'm on this one, I'll definitely stock up because I really love it. You've got the like softer side and then you've got the more abrasive side, and anything that's on my worktops that needs a clean, this gets it really well. This and the Zoflora that's like diluted in a spray works so well together. So I just thought I'd mention this because it's such a good buy, and because it's cheaper than minkies. Everyone's going crazy for minkies because of Mrs. Hinch, which is fine. If you want a cheaper alternative, these are definitely a recommendation. Now I have to mention my guilty pleasure. I feel like I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on Lenore Unstopables, but I personally love them. It just smells so clean and so fresh. These are my favourite one in the scent Spring. I know you can get like the blue ones, but this is my favourite. This is almost used up as well. This is my second pack in a couple of months. So I don't use them all the time. I love using these in the wash when I'm doing towels and duvet covers, but I don't tend to use them in every wash because I don't feel like that's a real good idea, just because they are a little bit more on the pricey side and the amount of washing I do is absurd, honestly. But I also like using this, kind of adding water and spraying like a living room before a guest comes over. If I make a mix with these and then warm water, spray that on my sofa, it makes it smell so good. And also by putting these in little bags and like putting them in cushions and stuff like that, just makes the smell last so well. So I really recommend these for using them everywhere in your house, not just your washing. And I need to pick up another one because I'm almost out, and when I get almost out I begrudge using them because I need to get a back up. But I love them. I buy mine from B&M because they're a little bit more cheaper than a supermarket. I've never like paid full price for them in a supermarket because I know I can get them from B&M. They are more of a like luxury type cleaning product, but I like using them in so many different ways I can definitely justify it. Another cleaning product that I definitely wanted to shout about in this video was the Febreze Fabric Refresher. This is again just a very fresh smelling scent that you just spray on all your different fabrics in the house just to make it smell really good. Again, really good if you're having guests over. It makes it just smell so clean and so lovely. And this is also a pet odour eliminator too, so if you do have pets, this is ideal to use. Really affordable and goes a long way. I especially love spraying my curtains with this, even if it's like every day, just to make the whole room smell really good. I typically go for fruity scents over fresher smelling things, but I think this on more of an everyday basis means that everything just smells clean and fresh, and it just smells like you're on top of your cleaning, if that makes sense, especially if you are a mum with a very young one, it sometimes feels like your house is never properly clean, whereas using something like this actually lifts my mind not worrying about the cleaning for a second. So I definitely recommend it. You can use it in so many different ways, and yeah, I really love it. Really good for your bed too. But yeah, I seem to always have one of these in my cupboards, and I wish that they kind of did different smells of these though, that's the only thing. So the final two recommendations are actually from Lidl's, and I don't know if this typically like sits in the cleaning product category, but I am classing it as it because these are genuinely products that I genuinely really love, so I wanted to shout about, especially if we're thinking about home and cleaning. I think that it kind of fits. These are the Lidl's heavy duty bin bags. Whenever they are on a half price weekend offer, which they are every couple of months, I stock up. These are typically £1.99 for 10 large ones, which probably seems a little bit expensive to some people. It depends on your like bin liner preference, but we find that bin liners are one of those products that you definitely can't buy cheap because they rip, they get everywhere. It's just a nightmare, especially when you have as much rubbish as we do because we have a little one. Again, our rubbish in our washing has like tripled, honestly. So getting these are really good. Having it large and heavy duty means that you don't get the rips, so much easier to get out of your bin, and it's just more reliable. Instead of £1.99 they're £1. I always just get about 5 to 10 packs of them because we obviously go through rubbish bags quite quickly because we are a growing family. But I just really recommend them. They are just really good. I don't know what more I can say about bin liners, but these are ones that we always buy, and I refuse to buy anything else because I just love them so much. And the final product from Lidl's are, now this is probably ending it on a bit of a random note, these are the dishwasher tablets that you can get. So these ones have a dissolvable film around them, and you pop them in your dishwasher and it obviously cleans your dishes really well. I have gone from ones from Lidl's that were actually wrapped in individual plastic. I feel like that's really wasteful. Even though you get slightly more in those, I actually feel like these ones clean better too. So stop buying those ones if you can because they are individually wrapped, and because these films actually dissolve in the dishwasher, it's just that little bit less plastic that we are throwing away. I do try to make little changes where I can. I realise that I could probably do a lot more, but I am trying to be a little bit more mindful of that. So these dishwasher tablets obviously dissolve really well. I just find that they clean everything so well too. We used to be quite snobby, I suppose, in terms of dishwasher tablets. We only used to buy branded ones, and I bought these Lidl's ones off a bit of a whim when we were just like, we need to buy everything a lot cheaper because we were spending a lot on our like supermarket shops. We were only shopping in Tesco's and spending averagely like £60–70 a week for just me and Rich, and then when Heidi was little she didn't need that much, so we were spending a lot of money for a small family unit, whereas where we've swapped to Lidl's we've saved a lot of money just buying everyday things that actually perform just as well, and the dishwasher tablets are definitely one of them. They have a really nice like lemony scent as well, but the main important thing is that they get like grease and stains out of your like plates, and I just find that they clean the plates and everything that we put in the dishwasher really well, just as well as branded ones. So I thought I'd mention those just because if you are looking to save a little bit of money, dishwasher tablets can be quite pricey, especially if you're buying them regularly. Switch to Lidl's because honestly I can't tell a difference, and even Rich can't either, and he normally has quite a good eye for stuff like that. That's all my cleaning recommendations, my top products right now. I'd love to know what yours are in the comments below. Do let me know because I love finding out what cleaning products everyone's loving. If you have created any videos or have video recommendations of people using products that I haven't mentioned and that you think that would be really interesting, I would love to know more. Cleaning is so therapeutic, and that's definitely made me do a 180 because I never used to like cleaning that much, whereas now I really enjoy it, and I find that a clean home feels like taking my mind off everything, and it really helps me relax too. So those are my favourite products right now for cleaning. I hope this video has been helpful. Give it a thumbs up if it has, and like I said, don't forget to subscribe. If you've come this far, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!